This episode of LeapTV is made possible by Velvet Pumpkin Productions, your #1 choice for all your online video and podcasting needs. Coming up on LeapTV, branding consistency. How much time should you be spending on money-building activities? And this week's performance tip, the parking lot. I'm Isabelle Mercier, and this is the show that shows you that small, intentional, and consistent actions lead to massive results. Now, one of the most annoying and popular mistakes that I see from small business owners regularly is their inconsistencies between their company name, their URL, and their email address. So here's an example of what not to do. Company name, Cube Technologies Inc. Of course, this is a fictitious example. Website, cubesoftwares.net. And email, jim@shaw.ca. Now, what does that say? It says I am small, I am disorganized, and I actually would love to play hide and seek with my prospects. So don't confuse your prospects. Make it easy for them to find you and make it easy for them to remember you most of all. Being small is really not an excuse. If anything, being small should make it easier for you to be consistent with at least those 3 things. So Leapers, it's time to get involved. I am sure that you have been confused with unnecessary branding inconsistencies in the past. I'm sure it even possibly happened yesterday. If yes, I want to hear about it. So let me know by simply adding your comment below the video. It's simple, super easy, and remember, commenting is a great way to increase traffic to your website. So take advantage of it. Now, before we move on with the show, I really want to talk a little bit more about Velvet Pumpkin Productions. Danielle, the chick behind the camera, she's truly the best at helping small business owners really get clear on their content and helping them better communicate that online. So head on over to velvetpumpkin.com for more details and special offers. This week's question is from Peter Jordan from San Francisco, California. Peter writes, "Hi Isabelle, I've been in business for just a little over 2 years now, and like most small business owners, I wear many hats and juggle a million to-dos every day, leaving me with very little time to network and find new clients. In your opinion, how much time should I be spending weekly on business building activities?" Well, Peter, here is the thing. Regardless of what business you're in, you're truly in the business of sales and marketing. So don't forget that to begin with. Many small business owners don't spend nearly enough time and energy on business building activities. What do we all tend to do? Well, this is the feast and famine cycle. We get really busy with projects. What happens is we stop all business building activities. Then we get slow. Then what do? We actually start building again. We go to networking meetings, we make our daily calls, we start doing a whole bunch of things to bring us back again to the high waves of projects. Then again, as soon as we're busy, we stop all activities, therefore creating the big highs and the big lows. So the trick is to really be consistent with the small little actions that you do. They've got to be daily. Now I'm going to share with you some numbers that may actually be scary, but the rule of thumb is this. 60-30-10 health ratio is what I call it. 60% should be spent on money building activities. 30% of your time should be spent on actually providing and making your offering, and 10% only should be put on admin and management tasks. Think of it as marketing, making, and managing. And sadly, most small business owners do the exact opposite. So I know that these numbers are scary, and I'm sure I can hear some of you out there go, "The woman has flipped her lid." Well, don't panic. You don't actually have to get to 60% by tomorrow morning. I have seen some amazing results come from just a few consistent little daily calls. So Leapers, it's time to get involved. If you have other suggestions for Peter, let's hear them. Just post your comment below the video at leaptv.com. Now, Peter, in return for asking a question, you get a 2-month free subscription to myleaptools.com, a vital resource with a constant growing collection of tips, tools, and must-know strategies to help small business like you perform like never before. This week's performance tip is about a simple tool called the parking lot. What's a parking lot? It's very simple. It could be a Word file, it could be a mind map, it could be as simple as a white piece of paper entitled parking lot. What's it for? To park your ideas. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a million ideas, possibly a minute, and they come to me at the most unfortunate times. So it's really important for me to have a method to park those ideas. Why do we want to park ideas? Because they're not always meant to be executed when you have them. Often, they actually sway you from your priorities and they dilute what you need to do in your day or in your week. So it's very important to learn to just park your ideas. That way, they're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to think about them 24/7. So you're making room in your head for better ideas, for implementing what you have to implement now to achieve your present quarterly goals. So try it out as your leap of the week this week and experience for yourself the magical powers of a simple piece of white paper. Now, if you want a sample of what I use as my parking lot, just check the link below the video. If you've liked this week's tip, chances are you would love myleaptools.com. So check it out, there's lots more there. That's it for this week's show. Remember that everything you've learned here today will do zip for you, unless of course you implement it. So take action on what you've learned, and remember that it's much easier to do it than to dwell on it. Your #1 choice for all your video? No. My brain's like, nope. Hi, Isabel. I've been in business for just a little... Apparently I can't read. Online video and podcasting needs is very hard to say. Frenchy, Frenchy, Frenchy.